It's the Fellowship of the Geek Show, a weekly podcast about comics, the comic book industry, and other geek pop culture. Music courtesy of Manny the Martyr. And now, on with the show!
Hey everybody, it's the Fellowship of the Geeks podcast. My name is Thomas Chick, and joining me for this episode is Mike Marlowe,
Hey, gang.
Les Webster. Oh, yep, he's there. There he is. And Liz Newman.
Hello, everybody.
How are you guys doing?
Yep.
Very well.
Boy, that was so believable. Hope everybody out there is doing okay. So what's been going on in your corner of the galaxy?
Oh
God.
I know. I hate to say I don't have anything, but
2 hours later.
right. I've been watching a lot of YouTube, and like I said, I told you guys pre-show about the tattoo magazine controversy that I had to dig into. But no, I really I can't think of anything that I've watched that's really worthwhile.
Right. That's worth noting. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not that you're not watching stuff. It's just that,
right.
Yeah.
I have weeks like that.
Yeah.
Huh?
Although here's a good question for you guys since I have you all in one place.
Oh, Lord.
I'm in a lot of groups with horror themes, right? And they posted this goofy looking coaster. I mean, it's going to be an ugly ass coaster when it's done, anyways. And they couldn't figure out who the guy was. And I'm like, oh, that's Rob Zombie's Michael. That's Michael. No, it's Edward Scissorhands. When did we start considering Edward Scissorhands horror? Would you consider Edward Scissorhands horror?
See, this is like that blue dress, gold dress thing that went around a few years ago. It's the way that thing is built, is set up. It's set up to be intentionally confusing.
Yeah. But
It's a sailboat.
And they just went, yeah, it's a sailboat. And they went with two characters that they knew had a white face and that they could just manipulate the stuff around it to make it look like it could go either way.
Well, on the coaster itself, the hair was way too slick to be Edward. I know you couldn't really see that on a coaster though. And see, and that's another thing. If you looked, by the way, this is posted on Discord. If you look on the coaster, the way that they have it was a diamond coaster that she's doing, so bedazzled in a way.
Right, that diamond with very big quote marks around it.
Yeah, it's going to take all of the details out. So someone like Edward, you would definitely have to exaggerate those to get that in there. That's why it's like it's got to be Michael. Plus, Edward Scissorhands is not a horror icon.
Well, right.
Now, if you put the town folk on a coaster, yes, But the only person he hurt was his creator by accident. It wasn't even intentional. So it was kind of like, how do you think that's a horror story? So, of course, we got off on that's not a horror story, So, yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah. And, of course, then I couldn't, because they're like, then what is it? It's Burton, you fucking
It's a dark fantasy.
It's a dark fantasy. Yeah.
He has his own genre. It's Burton. It's Burton-esque.
There are 4 lights.
In a way, it's a retelling of Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
If you think about it, and I mean, honestly, that's not a horror story either.
No.
Right.
I mean,
because once again, the town was the horror, but not the
right. You've got a guy who
focus.
is physically different in some way being persecuted. I mean, that's basically the root of the story, and it goes for both of those. Michael Myers doesn't apply.
Yeah. Well, and Burton does a lot of creepy, but not horror. You know, he can get
hmm
scary, but not
I mean, the closest thing I've ever seen of his to a horror story was Beetlejuice. And
Yeah.
that
Beetlejuice.
was honestly, that was really just supernatural.
Was Sleepy Hollow his? Because that would be a horror
Yeah.
story.
Uh,
Um,
Kinda. Well, not Ichabod. Ichabod wouldn't have been the horror. The Headless Horseman would
no,
have been the
right.
horror
But
story in
the
that.
Headless Horseman, I mean, the Headless Horseman was in that so little that it hardly counts as a horror movie.
Right.
And I don't think I don't think he treated it as a horror story. I think, again,
No.
it's dark fantasy.
mhm.
Like
You get
Todd
again with a
Sweeney.
little bit of supernatural. Sweeney Todd might be a different.
Sweeney. Yeah.
I didn't see Sweeney Todd, so
It's a
I don't know on that
musical.
one.
Musical can't be horror. It just
Well,
ruins the whole vibe, okay?
there are a few, but it's a very niche market. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
I think
Rock.
Phantom of the Opera was horror, and
Yeah.
that was musical.
Well, what about Rocky
Mm.
Horror?
Yeah.
See, I would
Insane.
consider
Also one
it
of the
more
least scary
sci-fi.
movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the
I,
least
That was more
scary horror
sci-fi.
movies I've ever seen. But anyway.
I was joking.
But
Uh-huh.
then they tried to say it was the Halloween genre. Get the fuck out of here with that. No. No.
Halloween genre.
Yeah, there's no such thing.
Right. We can't just make shit up
That's what I
because we
told him. I said, you can't
All
make
we
up
can,
words
Mike.
because you're
That's the
losing
way
an
things are
argument.
these days.
Yeah, I know. I knew that. I realized that when I was saying it.
Well, I went all out and I pulled up the masks and it was like, here you go. Look, that's where the lines come from. It's on the mask. It's his face.
I mean,
It's not.
literally, I saw the picture, and the cheeks are literally the Myers mask.
Hmm.
You look at that, and you look at like Halloween 4 poster, like that's same damn cheek marks.
Yeah. Well, in the same set, because she posted further down, in the same set, they do have another Michael coaster where he has the knife. And of course, he's in the coveralls and everything. And you can definitely tell that one's Michael. And I said, yes. I said, but this one, now let me see if I can explain this right. Rob Zombie, he's part of the Halloween universe, but not the franchise because he didn't continue to tell the story that the Halloween franchise is telling. I said, so I don't really consider that a part of the franchise there, but he is in the universe with with Michael Myers.
A different
So
timeline.
yeah, I said the same thing with the last three because that's what they said. Well, what about the trilogy? He continued to tell the story. Rob Zombie started at the very beginning, even before the beginning, and told a complete story. I said all of the other Halloweens, it's a continuing story. Or at least with Lori, it was. It was a continuing story. I said that's possibly why you're getting the two different versions of Michael, because we have had two different versions of Michael. Actually, yeah, I would say two. One from the original, and then, he did change Michael. So maybe, you I don't know. But that just kind of upset me when they were like, "Oh, Edward Scissorhands is horrible." What? It's a family show. It's on freaking Disney, guys. I mean, come on.
Oh man.
So yeah, I also think it would have been more helpful for her to tell us what the colors were on the coaster. That would have solved not too many problems, but at least tell us the color of the shirts. If it's blue, it's Michael. If it's black, it's Edward. And if it's Edward, they definitely need to go back and slap the creator of those because, come on,
Wow.
they had to cut out a good horror icon to put Edward in there. But no, I think anything you can watch with your family on Disney is not in the horror genre. It's just not. Maybe spooky, maybe creepy, You know, but not horror. And I think one of
And Uki. You don't forget Uki.
yeah,
Mookie's very important.
but one of our Discord members, he came in and said that Edward was a tragedy. And it's like, exactly. I
Mhm.
couldn't think of that, but that's the perfect word for that kind of story.
Mhm.
Tragedy.
Yeah,
Dun, 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 dun,
not
dun.
horror. Tragedy's sad and it's drama, but it's not horror. You know? Tragedy is your dog died. Horror is your boyfriend killed it. I mean, yeah, two different things.
Wow.
I mean, right though? I mean, that's like Psycho 101, hurt a dog.
Hmm.
No. And then, of course, after our discussion on that, I guess the algorithm caught it because then someone had posted it in another one of my horror groups. They had a picture of Coolio. And they're like, wasn't he in a Friday the 13th? And I just busted out laughing because me and Thomas had just talked about Busta
About
Rhymes
Busta
being
Rhymes.
on
Yep.
Halloween. And it's like, man, you got the wrong rapper in the wrong movie. You just wrong all the way around.
I think Coolio was in Dracula 2000.
Was he?
I
I
think.
remember
You
him
might
in
be
a
right on
horror
that.
movie, but not those.
Yeah, I mean,
He
Halloween's only
definitely would
had
have
Busta
stood out.
Rhymes and LL Cool J. Which, hey, I enjoyed LL Cool J in
Yeah.
H2O.
You
Hmm.
know, LL Cool J's actually not a bad actor.
He's a very
Right.
good actor.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I know he's done some not so serious things like Friday, which I absolutely love, but I've seen him in some serious stuff too, and it's not bad.
He's good. He's a
Hmm.
very good actor. So
But yeah, so I had to go back and watch the House of Horrors, Michael Myers. I forget what number that was with Tyra Banks and Busta Rhymes and
that was Resurrection.
That was Resurrection.
yep,
Josh Hartnett, if I remember right.
yeah,
No, that was
Oh no,
H2O.
that was H2O. That's right.
Yeah.
yep. But yeah, and I think you were right, Thomas, was it was a good ideal. That could have worked. But just the actors they had and
Well,
uh,
the script itself.
yeah, it was pretty bad. And when I think of Tyra, I think how beautiful she is. She was a supermodel. She's done a lot of great things, but anytime I think of her acting, it's all been bad. I mean, bad, bad. You just
It was
because
so
you're
bad they
pretty,
didn't actually show her being killed.
yeah, it was,
What does
yeah.
that tell you?
I remember the first movie I saw her in, she was like a Barbie doll or something, and it's like, oh, honey, even a Barbie doll could have acted better in that role. You know? So just because you have talents doesn't mean you're
Yeah, that's
multi-talented
not
like
right.
that, you
You
know?
can be talented
It's
and not be able to act. It's
Hmm.
okay.
it's amazing that a plastic character is so wooden.
Yep, yep. They're just
Ouch.
have as much depth as a wet wish towel, you know? It's like, bleh, give us something. You know? Oh, but she can smize with her eyes.
Disney night.
So,
Hmm.
but no, other than that, like I said, that's pretty much well, and I did do some research for tonight, which I found some interesting tidbits out. So
Cool.
stay tuned. Tuned is the key word there.
Okay.
All right. Fine. I'll jump in before she changes her mind. And
Think of something else.
oh, it could happen. Um, so I
Oh
decided.
no.
No. It's too late. You had your chance.
One more thing. One more thing.
Move along. Move along. There's
Nothing
always
to see
next
here.
week.
Move along.
Oh
Right.
wait.
Oh wait.
Oh wait.
Maybe next year.
Mhm.
Same
Better
time
write it
next year.
down then.
All right.
Anyway, so I decided to after a string of watching a bunch of not silly stuff, I decided to watch something silly this week.
Ah,
And Tubi has some Marx Brothers movies.
Ooh.
So I was looking through and I'm like, I have never seen the Cocoanuts. So I watched the Cocoanuts.
Ooh.
Um,
And
the Cocoanuts is from 1929. Um, I think it may be kind of widely considered to be their first movie, although apparently it was not. Their first movie is a lost film. Um, what was it called? It was called Humor Risk. It was from 1921. But as far as them hitting the mainstream, the Cocoanuts is kind of the what launched them. It is basically it's the story of this hotel resort place in Florida, and the people who are staying there, and obviously Groucho is the guy running the place, and Chico and Harpo
Harpo.
show up. Zeppo is Groucho's assistant, which is mostly the extent of Zeppo's contributions, unfortunately, in these movies. But um, he eventually took off to do something else, so it was fine. Um, but yeah, I mean, and I guess the difference with the Cocoanuts was it's actually kind of a musical, which surprised me. It surprised me at first, and I was like, oh no, wait, it makes perfect sense because these guys are straight out of vaudeville. I mean, of course, there's musical
yeah.
stuff going on.
Mhm.
The
Well,
fact
and
that
that
it,
time period was tons of musical stuff.
yeah, because that was the primary form of entertainment was, I mean, stage stuff, and
Yeah.
yeah, they were doing basically anything they could to entertain people, and so there was a lot of music going on, and there was a lot of silly slapstick comedy going on, and there was even some drama going on. Um, and this is like after the Cocoanuts is like after a string of like 10 years of them basically working the vaudeville circuit. And so they're kind of getting a pretty good handle on how to do this, even though their success level was starting to slip in vaudeville. But generally speaking, other than, I mean, of course, there's not a ton of plot because of all of this. It's just he's trying to basically he's selling off this resort into plots, and I mean plots of land.
Mm.
And yeah, and I mean, it doesn't. There's a couple that there's a necklace that gets stolen, and there's a couple that gets broken up and then gets back together. And this is the first time they'd worked with Margaret Dumont also, so that was fun. And I mean, she's of course always great.
Yeah.
Um, so generally speaking, I liked it. Um, I mean, is it the best Marx Brothers movie? No, but it's a pretty damn good entry in the in the in the in their catalog. It
Yeah, I
works
don't
pretty
think I've
well.
seen that one.
It's fun enough. It's on Tubi right now.
Didn't we do
It's
a month of Marx Brothers?
e- we we did something that included a few Marx Brothers movies.
Okay.
We
I
did
was
we did
thinking we
talk about
had.
them. I'm not sure we talked about like a bunch of their movies, but we did
I
talk
think
about them.
we did a couple anniversary episodes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that
So
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed anything of theirs I've watched.
yep.
We hadn't done an entire month. We could do that
We should. That'd be fun.
because the
Tomorrow.
only teams we really did as a full month was the Three Stooges.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I was confusing. But we watched a couple of them because
Yeah,
I
like I said,
I
we there
didn't
was some,
know a lot about them until we had watched them, and you guys had filled me in with, oh yeah, that girl, she's always in their movies. And so then I started watching. It's like, ah, she is.
yeah,
Mm.
she's like the unofficial Marx brother.
Yep.
Hmm.
Well, and for good reason. She plays right off of him,
She was a
and
Hmm.
it
great actor. Yeah.
She's
It's
she's
hard
awesome.
to get someone to be able to keep a straight face and be serious when they're doing things like that, and she was perfect.
Hmm.
Just this insanity all around her, and somehow, you know,
Yeah,
Right. She's unflappable.
yep.
It doesn't, yeah, it's not even affecting her. I mean, she's reacting, but not to the point where she's like getting upset or anything. It's great.
right.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. I don't know
Or
how
it
she
used to
did it.
be like Carol Burnett, and sometimes how they kind of break character and stuff, and you can tell after watching the bloopers of a scene they've completely lost it in. When you watch them again, you can tell they're like really holding back because they're like, we can't do this again. Yeah,
Hmm.
this is our 100th take, guys. Tim, straighten up.
We have got to do this time. We want to go home. Oh
It's
God,
been
please let
fun,
us go
but
home. Yep.
There are splinters in the windmills of your mind.
I'll have to watch that one.
Yep. One other side note. The music is by
Mhm.
Irving Berlin
Oh, wow.
in this movie. So yeah.
Can't remember if I've seen this or not. If I have, it's been a long time ago. I'll definitely check that
The
out.
name sounds familiar, but
Oh yeah, the name's familiar, but
yeah.
I can't remember right now off the top of my head whether.
Right. And it'll be one of those where you'll get 5 minutes in and you'll remember whether you've seen it or not.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because a lot of this kind of stuff used to come on with the telethons that they did. And that's where I got to see some of the older classic movies and stuff was through Jerry Lee Lewis's telethon,
Mm.
because that ran for what, a week? Something like
Back in the
that.
day, they would do it for like a long, I mean, it would run sometimes as much as 5 days, I remember.
Yeah.
I mean, it got shorter as they went on, but yeah,
Yeah.
the Labor Day telethon, I think it was. I think it was Labor
Hmm.
Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would start it like Thursday and run it through Monday sometimes.
Yeah. A lot of good classics in between there. So that's how I
Hmm.
caught up on those kind of movies. And then Elvira and Seven Ghoulie and them taught me the horror and sci-fi shit.
Hmm.
Or at least kicked me in the right direction.
Yep.
You talk about that. One of the things I always loved about current classic movies is first day of November, after a month of horror and scary movies and all that, they would do something lighter. They would do like a marathon of Marx Brothers or Joe Brown or something like that. I mean, that's
Yeah.
how I found it. That's how I was introduced to Joe Brown. Is they were doing a run of his films. So I was like, oh, okay. So yeah.
Yep.
I like watching the movies on there when they have like the writer or someone come in and like in between commercials, they kind of tell you a little bit behind the scene. And
Hmm.
I think I enjoy the behind the scenes stuff more than the movies sometimes. you know?
Sometimes rightly
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
I like seeing how it works.
Hmm.
There's some interesting stuff. Like I just found out this because I don't remember it being addressed on the commentary. I just found this out within the last month or so. Yeah, I've talked about watching reactors on YouTube about John Carpenter's The Thing. Is that they had only built one base. So when they blew it, after they blew it up at the end of the film, spoiler alert, they went back and filmed all the Norwegian scenes there. So it's the same location.
Hmm,
Huh, cool.
that is pretty cool.
So they just fixed it up to show that what had happened at the Norwegian base. I was like,
Yeah.
oh wow, well, that makes sense. 'Cause
Right. It's kind of clever in a way
it's
because you're not
clever
having
and
to build
it's
again.
yeah, it saves money, yeah.
Hmm.
But I hadn't thought about it. So
I
Hmm.
forget which show we were doing, but it took me down a rabbit hole of a studio that
Mhm.
Desilu filmed on, and they were
Hmm.
showing the locations on that studio was shared with like Mayberry and oh, there was like 5 shows kind of
Right.
all intermingled. And once they
Several of the
start
TV shows at
showing
the
it,
time.
it's like, oh yeah, why didn't I ever notice that?
Yeah.
Same location, same
Mhm.
courthouse, same.
Because if you're like most of us, you're seeing these for the first time. You're like 8 years old.
Yeah,
You have no
true.
idea that you need the idea of looking for that never occurs to you
No.
because you just haven't experienced how that kind of stuff happens.
Well, or paid attention enough to the background to notice it repeated,
Right.
you
Right. You're
know.
watching the people in the foreground
Mhm.
Yeah,
because
you're
that's
paying
what they want
attention.
you to do.
Yeah.
But that is kind of neat how they do that kind of stuff,
Hmm.
Like a
Well,
like
I'll
an
definitely have to watch that.
like an episode of Mission Impossible where there's a couple of scenes where it takes place at uh, a house in Hawaii or something like that. But you look at it, and when I saw it, I was like, "That's the Brady house. That is the interiors of the Brady house."
Well, yeah. You've already got the sets
Everybody
up.
in
Why
the
not?
70s wanted their house.
Well, and then
Hmm.
and then one episode's in the early, I think it was, I don't know if it's second or third season, where they just showed an outer image of a mansion, and I'm going, ooh, stately Wayne Manor, because that's what it was. It was Wayne Manor from Adam West Batman.
Hmm.
Huh.
So yeah, it's
One of
always
the
fun.
reasons why Little House on the Prairie never got any spin-offs or sequels is because in the last episode where they actually blow the town up, they actually blew the town up. So none of those sets could be reused or which of course was not what they were supposed to do, but Michael Landon was like, fuck it. Burn it to the ground. Yeah. Cancel me.
Wow.
Yeah. Of course, it was filmed somewhere in Wisconsin or wherever the hell it was. That land is still there, but all of those landmarks, everything is gone. I think the only thing they saved was the little house. That was
On the
it.
prairie?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But I think they destroyed the barn, all of it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, because back then, like we were just saying, those kind of things were shared and borrowed among sets, you know, instead of
Mhm.
rebuilding a whole one, let's see what else we have, in storage. So he was like, not my work, which was kind of petty, but you know what? I can get behind petty.
Oh, we know.
It was like, cool.
And honestly, I've
Or
kind of heard that about him anyway.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he was kind of
Well,
difficult to get along with at times.
I think also the cancellation, there was something weird, like the network didn't tell them until like a week before. So, I mean, I think they read about it being canceled before they were told about it. And that's why he went to those extremes because it was kind of like, man, I've made your network, you know, top running show, season, viewers never dipped. There was really no reason to cancel it. So he was kind of like, all right, if you want to do this, I'll be fine.
Oh yeah, he had another
Will
show in a
you?
few years. He was all good.
Yeah, he stayed working until he died.
Hmm.
With the same network, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah? Huh.
I think they're
Was that
both.
NBC?
It was
NBC?
Yeah, I think in Little House was NBC, but I know
Highway to Heaven was.
Highway
Highway
to
to
Heaven
Heaven?
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So was Bonanza.
Hmm.
There you go.
Yep. That's pretty cool.
So they couldn't have been pissed too long.
No,
Mm.
I think back then they realized when you've got money in your hand, you know, you don't throw it in the trash. He pretty much made anything he played in a hit. not just being the main star, but even like Bonanza being a side co-star.
Well, I don't know about that. Was I Was a Teenage Werewolf a
Yeah,
hit?
it's exactly what crossed my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to forget about this.
I'm sure Michael Landon does too.
Yeah.
Wherever he is.
But it got
Yeah.
him started, so
It did.
Yeah, I mean,
And networks may have found him hard to work with, but his co-stars were always like, he took care of us, you know? Laura, what is her name? Melissa Gilbert and
Mhm.
Michael Landon's daughter were actually like best friends because he was with her all the time, you know? Took her to theme parks and treated her like one of his own.
Mhm.
It's like, I like stories like that. We could do a whole episode on Little House on the Prairie.
We could, but we probably shouldn't.
We could double it up with the previous response.
Yeah.
okay,
Any,
cool.
yeah, that's what I got.
Okay, Les.
Well, believe it or not, I didn't go so highbrow. So,
Uh-oh, he's still on his trashy movie kick.
Kick.
of course he is. Uh, I watched a couple this week. I saw a Steven Seagal movie.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wow, you really are scraping the bottom, dude.
I also watched a 1956 film, The Beast of Hollow Mountain, which Gina said, "Is that a dinosaur?" And I said, "Yeah." She was saying, "Well, dinosaurs didn't live when cowboys were around." I said, "That's not the purpose." Uh, this was a story that was given thought to because of Willis O'Brien, who we featured in our talk about Ray Harryhausen. So to me, it was valid. Acting wasn't all that good. The plot was pretty thin. Uh, yeah, it had dinosaur. The dinosaur looked. When they had the dinosaur in the picture uh, a distance back, it was stop motion. So it served its purpose. When they had a close up of it, it was a close up of Godzilla boots thrashing through. It was bad. That part.
Nice.
I saw it on YouTube. No, I saw it on Prime, but I believe it is also available on Tubi. And the topper I have for you is a movie I saw. And believe it or not, I did not look for this movie. This was something,
Right.
hey, but I watched a movie called VelociPastor. And it's about a young clergyman that was cursed by a doll or a tooth and ended up turning into a velociraptor. This was god awful. And granted, it was done as a comedy,
Oh, good.
but it was not really good.
Quote unquote comedy.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
essentially. Yeah. So I took that in. I said, okay, my life is over.
Well, thank you for taking one for the team.
Hmm.
Me too, sir. Makes me proud.
Hmm.
So
You've earned that combat pay.
if you get a chance to see VelociPastor, stay away. It's like 2025, 2022, something like that. So
Yeah, it's in the last few years. I've heard the name before.
I'm sorry.
Usually in comparison to stuff like Sharknado and all of those. Birdemic.
granted, it makes Birdemic look like uh, Othello.
Wow. Okay.
Oh man, that's rough.
Okay. Anything else?
About it for me.
Okay. Well, for me, excuse me, spending time trying to finish up our schedule for next year's allotment of episodes. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Light at the end of the tunnel. I have cut back on my body camera videos. I deleted. I unsubscribed to a lot of channels. Trying to get away from some of it because it's just I've clo- I've I mean if you've been listening the last few months, you know I've been complaining about some of this stuff. But I did still see some. We talked a little bit about some prior to recording. I did have a couple to bring to the table that kind of floored me. Um, Apparently on Halloween, I believe it was Halloween this year. I know it's Halloween in Florida, so this should tell you all you need to know. Some dude decided to dress up as an inmate and walk around carrying a real gun.
Not smart.
Oh, man.
Well, I mean, it's self-fulfilling prophecy. He went to prison. You know, he is an inmate.
But he didn't dress like that thinking he'll go to prison.
Who knows what? Honestly, he wasn't thinking. Obviously, he
Yeah.
was carrying a real gun. Why would you carry a real gun? The fact that you're wearing an inmate outfit would tell you that, hey, you're a criminal. You know? Ugh. He wasn't thinking at all, but he scared the hell out of a lot of trick-or-treaters. As you would think.
Hmm. Go figure.
Hmm. Cops were called to a restaurant employee who claimed that he was trying to get into a cabinet to get salve for a rash or something like that. That he was actually recorded getting into the safe and stealing $400 in cash. But he doesn't understand why the cops are there and what's going on. And like, okay, yeah, right. You can't even lie well enough. What the fuck, dude? And the one that's really, really, really sad. Um, Car chase ends up with the pursuer, the car being chased stops at a bridge, and both people get out of the passenger side. One jumps over thinking, oh well, there's just gonna be land right there, and I'm going to just jump over here and run the hell away. He jumped all right, but he happened to be at least 100 feet above the ground. So he did not survive.
Man.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to figure out what the distance was. They said about 5 or 6 stories, and then I've heard 100 feet, and so who knows. But it was
Wow.
enough to do damage. It was enough to. Oh God, I mean,
Yeah. You gave momentum from.
yeah. Anyway,
Damn.
I did watch some funny stuff, uh, and some animal stuff. This was I wish I'd saved it. I wish I had saved it. There was like a clip of just of different things with animals. There was one where there was this little boy, probably no more than a year or two, sitting in the backyard. Here comes this bear charging at him.
Damn.
And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, here comes a cat.
Yeah.
And the cat chases
No.
the bear away. And then you see the mom come up and pick the baby up. I was like, are you
Yeah.
freaking kidding me?
Cat kicked its ass.
The cat scared the bear away.
Although you think about it, them claws on their nose, yeah. We just don't
Yeah,
want to get close enough to hit that nose, but that cat.
yeah, I know, because my previous dog has only had one only encounter with a cat, and we figured it was a mama cat trying to protect the baby because she got a scratch on her nose.
Yeah.
It was scratched enough to where it bled.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's her most sensitive spot.
yep. So, and another one, we've heard the stories, and I'm sure we've seen stuff of animals being able to pick up on earthquakes and stuff like that. They sense it. There was one. I may have mentioned this last week. I don't, but if I did, I'm sorry. I'm repeat. Then I saw it. I saw it again. It's in the kitchen. There's a baby on the floor. Mom's over by the counter doing stuff, and there's a dog. It's a golden retriever. I believe it was a golden retriever. He just perked up, grabbed the baby, pushed the baby underneath the table, and kind of covered him. And then all of a sudden, you see everything shaking. He
Mm.
realized there was an earthquake, and he protected the baby. And then once it was over with, mom was trying to find the baby and saw what had happened. I'm like,
Wow.
wow, yeah,
I've seen some of those with the TV falling and stuff, and the dog will get between them, the TV and the baby.
yeah, just man, that was incredible to see.
Mm-hmm. They're smart. A lot smarter than we give them credit for.
Well, I knew they were smart, but I mean, just for them to think of that and react that quickly, I've not thought of that.
Yeah. Well, they say during times of like tsunamis and stuff, like hours before it'll hit. So that's what you should notice is the animals. The animals all start fleeing from where they're at and start going like higher ground and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course the doomfish appears. Fuck that fish. I think since we've only seen them right before tsunami, I think the earthquake or whatever that happened out in the ocean was enough to disturb them from where they were at. And that's why we see them. Not because they're warning or, you know,
Sure.
you fucked with their home and now they're telling you about it.
Mm-hmm.
like the Silver Surfer. You've been chosen. If you don't clear out now, you're gonna die.
You are the winner.
Yeah,
You should leave.
I'm here.
I herald the
What's
beginning, I herald the end, I herald Galactus.
Yeah.
I herald the Gould.
And not that it's super spectacular, but before a big rainstorm, Taco will always let me know before it rains.
well, especially if it's like dinner time or something.
No, he don't want to eat or nothing during time. It's rainstorms. But I think a lot of that has to do with the air being negatively charged, and they can feel that and sense that, and
Mm-hmm.
shifting the changes. Or, yeah.
Those negative waves, man.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of those
I
negative
feel
Bad,
their
waves.
some bad
vibes, Mother
vibes.
Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Too
Taco the
early
hippie
in
dog.
Right?
it's too
He's
early in
my
the morning
dog,
for those negative waves. God, I want to see that again too. Kelly's Heroes. With Donald Sutherland playing basically a hippie soldier, and you're like, what? This is World War II. What the hell? Funny as hell, but what the hell? So, all right, before we take our first break, we do have a programming note. This is actually our last episode of 2025. We will be taking the month of December off for several reasons, which of course you can understand, being in the year and the holidays and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna be doing all that kind of thing. So if you miss seeing listening to us, by all means join our Discord, because we'll be there from time to time. We'll probably do something on the Discord. They have some kind of special event. I don't know. We haven't really discussed that yet,
I'm
but
sure we'll cook up something.
we'll cook up something. But yeah, this is it. We'll be back the 1st of January 2026. So stand apprised of that. With that, let's go ahead and take our first commercial break. Or first break, whatever. Welcome back. December 13th marks the 100th birthday of a legend in entertainment. Actor, comedian, singer, dancer. He could still dance as of a few years back doing the Mary Poppins sequel. And that should give you a clue of who we're going to talk about. Dick Van Dyke. Star of the Dick Van Dyke Show, was in Mary Poppins and the sequel. Diagnosed as murder back in I think the 90s, to show the more of the serious side of his talents. So let's talk about the
all
life.
kinds of guest appearances.
Oh God, he was everywhere. Yes. Matter of fact, I think he was the first bad guy that Columbo took down.
Yep.
Hmm.
Very true.
So let's talk a little Dick Van Dyke.
I got a weird one for you. Today, you know the baby loves Mickey Mouse, right? And they've only got so many episodes of the new ones out, so we watch the old ones quite often. Well, I'm sitting there watching it today, and I'm like, why in the hell does this guy sound familiar? And he said something that just was like, no way. Looked it up. Sure enough, it's Dick Van Dyke. Now, what are the odds that I am watching a cartoon that has Dick Van Dyke on it that we're about to do a show for in 6 hours later?
Wow.
Dang, that is a little
Like,
wild.
dang. But it's a pirate episode, and she loves pirates. So I've watched this before, but he's Goofy's grandfather. So he plays a goof in Mickey Mouse. Didn't know that till today.
Cool.
My first introduction to Dick Van Dyke was Mary Poppins. That was before I found my love for black and white TV, Um, I don't know. I I think that role will always stick with me for him. You know how you have those actors who are always just been that one person? For me, he'll always be Chim Chimmery. But didn't he do that before he did the Dick Van Dyke Show?
It was during.
During
Dick Van Dyke Show was 61 to 66. Mary Poppins came out in 64.
64. That was one of the magical world of Disney Sundays.
Yep.
Yeah, in the 80s, you couldn't buy the DVD. Had to
Correct.
catch it on TV.
And every time it was on, it was in our house.
Ours too.
There was someone in our house who had a thing for cheesy musicals. And I say cheesy. She had a thing for musicals, and I mean, it was kind of the only way she would seek them out. So we watched a whole lot of Mary Poppins and a whole lot of Sound of Music. And I'm sure it did psychological damage to me, but that's okay. I say that. They're actually good. Both of them are good movies. Both of those two are good movies. They really are.
Yeah. And
I'm not big on musicals, though.
That's what I was about to say. My despise for musicals. I think we talked about it pre-show.
I think you hate them worse than I do, but yeah.
Yeah, not that bad, Maybe because I was a kid and I could identify with what they were singing about,
Yeah, and also Julie Andrews. I mean, let's be realistic.
Yeah, true.
She's just friggin' awesome.
I always thought I was going to be Mary Poppins. And it's kind of weird because I grew up and took care of kids all my life. So maybe I am Mary freaking
Maybe
Poppins.
you are Mary Poppins. I don't know what you're Mary Poppin', but it's it's all good.
You're not Mary Poppins because you don't have a red mohawk.
I could.
I wouldn't
That's
be surprised
true.
if she has at some point.
Right? So let me think.
Certainly a black one.
My sister used to call me Rainbow Bright because I've had every color of hair imaginable. And we're half of it done with Kool-Aid.
Yeah, that's why she called you that. Uh-huh.
And that's something you shouldn't have told us.
Not at all. Holy crap, that was a mistake. Jeez, and it's recorded for posterity here too. Hot damn. That's crazy.
She's smiling from heaven right now.
She is. Laughing her ass off.
Yeah.
Get them, boys. Get her, boys. Get her.
Yeah, see, my exposure, I mean, other than Mary Poppins, I mean, because we would watch reruns on TV in that same time frame, so I got an eye full of the Dick Van Dyke Show too. So
I'm glad you said this last name.
Yeah.
It's the name of the show. Is that how this is going to go? Holy cow. Wow.
You said it.
I am being misquoted, ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
I think we have our title. I full of dick.
Oh, I probably don't even have to put asterisks in there to block out letters given the subject matter. You can probably get away with that one.
Right.
But anyway.
Yeah, I didn't watch the Dick Van Dyke Show until Maybe I was a teenager when it came on Nick at Night.
Hmm.
I liked it too.
Honestly, you probably understood it better the first time around than I did because I was younger and I didn't get a lot of the jokes, but that's all right. I didn't
Yeah.
get a lot of jokes until you get exposed to them and
Well, you become
just
an adult and you find out all the work jokes and that kind of stuff. It's like, okay.
right. It makes it fun to watch stuff again several years later because yeah, you get more of the references and
Hmm.
stuff, and it's a different experience and it's an interesting one. You end up learning a lot.
And didn't he just do a song with Lady Gaga? They like did a dance, and I don't know if it was Lady Gaga, but he did a song and a dance, and it was really beautiful because they had his family come in while he was out there dancing and everything. And I think they said by the end of the video, it was like 6 generations that had come across the screen. I mean, even if
Um,
he hadn't acted, that's his legacy, you know?
I don't I don't see anything with Lady Gaga. He apparently just last year did a music video for a Coldplay song.
That's it.
He also apparently competed in The Masked Singer in 23.
Hmm. Yeah, it was Coldplay I was thinking of.
Coldplay, Lady Gaga. What's the difference?
Yeah, both people I don't listen to.
Right. Me either.
Although Chris Martin does have a few of his songs that I listen to.
Yep. He's kept himself busy.
He has. And dancing at 99, bravo, dude. You know?
Mm-hmm. How wild is that?
Hmm.
Incredible genes. I mean, yeah, he's kept himself healthy and all that, but still. Yeah, I mean, I grew up watching the Dick Van Dyke show, the reruns, and then saw Mary Poppins and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Hmm. Yeah.
Trying to remember what else he's been in.
My
I've never seen,
favorites.
huh?
One of my favorites. Bye Bye Birdie.
I haven't seen Bye Bye Birdie. I was about to mention that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that
Elvis
one.
was going to war.
I said he's got a ton of guest appearances where he's made one-offs, you know.
Uh-huh.
He was also on Highway to Heaven.
He was on Carol Burnett show for a while.
He was, he was on the
I mean,
last season.
yeah, like for
Cause,
this.
because
Hmm.
Harvey left to do his own show, which did not last very long.
Mm-hmm.
Van
Not
Dyke was
surprised.
there. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, not surprisingly, did an episode of Golden Girls.
And Days of Our Lives. Wow. That was like recent too. Well, not recent, in the last 5 years. Hmm.
He also was the member of the infamous uh, Carol Burnett episode, which is something that everyone should see.
The Elephant Story.
Yeah,
Yes.
sketch. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep. Track that down on YouTube if you haven't already. It's hilarious.
When was Carol Burnett? 80? No, 77.
Yeah. 70s.
And he was also on Scooby Doo as himself.
Yes, Scooby Doo movies.
Hmm.
owned the carnival, if I remember correctly.
I think you're right. Yep. I liked that series of Scooby Doo when they had the guest stars come in.
They made some interesting choices.
They did.
Like Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, and
Well,
sometimes you have to chalk it up. I hate to keep going there, but to the time period. It was usually who was the popular
I get,
icons at that time, you know?
yeah, I get that, but I mean, would kids know who Mama Cass was
Yeah.
or Jerry Reed?
No.
When was that
It was-
series?
73. Well, that's when he was on there. Let me click on that one. It ran from 72 to 73.
I mean, and yeah, they would have known who Mama Cass was. I mean, children might not have, but their
Well,
parents
that
certainly would have.
well, that's what I'm getting at was because I mean, I guess the picks for celebrities were not necessarily geared toward kids. That was more adults, I guess.
And
Yeah, but you'll get that a lot.
and other than movies, wasn't there another Scooby series where they did the guest stars that like Batman and them were on? I don't think that was part of this series.
See, Scooby's tricky because I mean, it's not. It wasn't. It was. It's not one contiguous series.
Yeah.
It's several different series based on the same characters, and so it would get um, pulled out by another set of producers, and they would do something different with it. And so, yeah, there were some that did that, but it wouldn't. It's weird. It's hard to pin it all together because there was so much different stuff that they were doing with it, with the property at the time.
Yeah.
So it makes it an interesting study in its own way.
There's
It would almost be interesting. God, I can't believe I'm saying this out loud. It would honestly probably be interesting to go back and take a deeper dive into Scooby Doo as a phenomenon because of the way it breaks down like that.
yeah.
Because I don't even know how many different TV series that they made based on the Scooby Doo property.
Quite a few.
There were several, yeah. And that's not even counting the movies, because there were several different sets of movies too. They're still making them.
They are. New movies too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make a note of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna regret that one, but well, no, I won't, because it'll be interesting. Honestly, I will not regret it. I will make jokes about regretting it, but I will not.
There have been at least 13 different Scooby Doo television series since it premiered in 1969.
Hmm.
The most recent being Velma, which we like to forget. And the one I was thinking of was Scooby Doo and Guess Who. That's where they went with more
There you
like
go.
Batman and Jabberjaw and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, crossovers basically
Hmm
with probably other series they were working on at the time.
There's 15 different comic publications, 45 films, 46 short films, 13 TV series, 1 web series, 15 animated series, 7 television specials, 8 television shorts, 6 television films, and 39 direct-to-videos.
Which is almost as many things as Dick Van Dyke did in his career.
Mm.
See how I spun that back?
Right.
Good
Well, he
job.
guest starred on this.
He did. That's what started this,
That's what
weirdly
it is.
enough.
And I didn't know this. One last fact, 20 games.
Yeah.
I know I had at least 5 of them.
I don't know there were 20, but I knew there were games,
Hmm
like plural.
I didn't know there were that many. Yeah, I'll
20
give you
Dick Van
this
Dyke
link.
games? Wow.
It has everything listed.
Oh wow, he was on Matlock more than once as the
Mm-hmm.
same character.
I believe he played the judge.
Yeah, he was a judge.
Yeah.
He was in the movie Cold Turkey, where the house was the town was to give up smoking. Did anybody see that one?
Haven't heard of that one.
Oh, that's interesting. I've heard the title before, but I haven't actually watched it.
It was the early 70s.
Yeah.
Um,
Another movie we've talked about on the show. He was in Dick Tracy,
Oh yeah,
the one with
Yeah.
Warren Beatty.
Wasn't he like the commissioner or something like that?
Was a
DA.
lawyer.
Yeah.
DA. Yeah.
He's another thing that he's done that I'm not even seeing much of this on here, but he did narration work for some documentaries along the way.
Now that I didn't know.
Yeah. This actually does list a few. But yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, back in the 60s, he did a slew of movies, which I've seen probably 70 to 80% of them.
Mm-hmm.
Things like Lieutenant Robin Crusoe. What way to go? It's in the movie The Art of Love with James Garner and Elkie Summer. And I thought this was weird. According to Wikipedia, Albert Broccoli approached him and offered him the part of James Bond following Sean Connery.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I don't know, man.
He said no, and he, according to legend, his answer was, "Have you heard my British accent?"
Yeah, and that was, of course, that was before Mary Poppins.
It was a couple of years after Mary Poppins.
Yeah,
It would have been
Sean
for our
Connery.
it would have been for On Her Majesty's Secret Service, which came out in '69 with George Lazenby as Bond, not Dick Van Dyke. Because Connery did You Only Live Twice in '67.
Yep.
And then decided he wasn't doing it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lazenby did a fairly nice job in On Her Majesty's Secret Service, and then pissed off Cubby Broccoli afterwards.
Yep.
And got fired essentially, and so they paid up to Connery to come back for Diamonds Are Forever.
Yep. I don't know.
Sorry, I Bond nerded out for a second there.
That's okay.
That's good.
I can kind of see it, but I can kind of not see it.
My thing is, he would have been, in addition to being American, which we could have cast him in when we did the American Bond casting call a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
My deal is at this stage, he would have been old for that role. I mean, he was in
Yeah.
his late 40s at this point, mid 40s. Honestly, probably not that much younger or older than Roger Moore, but still a bit old for the role. Would have been interesting
Wow.
though.
It would have been. That's. I mean, that's. I can see it, but yet I cannot see it. You know.
Hmm. Yeah, it would have been interesting. I don't know if it would have went over very well.
Probably. Well. Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely a good enough actor to pull it off, but it's definitely not comedy either. So
Well.
it would have been taken strangely
Well. I
because
mean, think about more. I mean, they brought the comedic aspects.
he was a bit of a smart ass, but he was a serious actor too.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, my God, some of the stuff they did was done for comedic purposes.
Oh, sure. The jokes got corny, that's for sure.
Definitely. I, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I could see it, but I can't see it, so I don't know. That's
Hmm.
interesting. He's a big fan of Halloween. I mean, you can go on YouTube and look at the videos. He always does up the house and outside for Halloween, and people come by and check things out. It's really cool to see it.
It is
He
pretty cool.
he is a big fan of the holiday, and that I didn't know until the last few years. Like I said, I've checked out some of the videos, and it's I mean, he does go all out, but you can tell he enjoys it, and he enjoys watching people enjoy it too. So
Was there a favorite episode or part of the Dick Van Dyke Show that you enjoyed that you recall? Okay. Uh,
I well, I always one of the things that always I found noteworthy of it is how it, in a way, it was kind of two different shows. I mean, not entirely because obviously I mean, Rob was there for both of them, but
Mhm.
the uh, the at work part, and there's the at work part, and then there's the at home part, and how different they could be was I thought was always a fun contrast because you never really knew what you were going to get because I mean the coworkers came over occasionally, but not really all that often.
Yeah.
sure.
It was often an entirely different story going on, and sometimes in the
Mhm.
same episode you'd have two different stories going on because why not? Because you've got Rob there who's got to handle this thing at work and then also has to come home and handle this other thing, or
Yeah.
at least come home to see how Laura has handled it,
Yes, that's true.
which is always a fun. It's always fun when she got to handle things on her own. Um, but yeah, so it was an interesting. They managed to balance the contrast of those two things well. I thought.
I agree with the previous statement.
Not when I was 8, I didn't realize this was happening at all, of course, but later on watching episodes of it,
Right.
I thought it was interesting.
Well, for me, it was when they explained Richie's middle name. Richie was wondering what his middle name was, and it was found to be Rosebud.
Wow.
what they did was they took the first name of several in-laws: Robert, Oscar, Sam, Edward, Benjamin, Ulysses, and David, which spells out Rosebud.
Well, that's a fun way to handle it.
But no one caught fire. No one was tossed into the oven. So, yeah.
Mm.
That is an episode I remember vividly. And I was there when it first aired. So,
Yeah, that's the easy answer. Because
Mhm.
it's just a random Citizen Kane reference. But no, I like
Mhm.
that. You can
Yep.
it can be that and something else.
Yep.
Did any of you guys watch Diagnosis Murder when it was on?
I watched some.
Not an initial run. I've seen some in repeats.
See, I have to admit I haven't watched it at all.
I've just seen a couple of episodes, but that was it.
Yeah.
But for me at the time, luckily this one didn't, but it wasn't one of the doctor TV show that had the disease of the week, and Diagnosis Murder obviously wasn't dealing with diseases, and as a result, it was something new and different to me. Just thought that Van Dyke did a super job of holding it all together as things were going on around him.
Yeah, it's a fun balance between cop show and doctor show, which both have been popular for decades. So
Yeah.
kind of thrown back to Quincy a little bit or something. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't watch enough of it to get a real feel for it. That's why I was curious.
Yeah.
It's also nice to be able to catch someone's actual 100th birthday,
Mm-hmm.
since we
True.
unfortunately missed Betty White's, or she missed it, I guess, technically, but we were all ready, man.
We were ready.
And we
Yeah.
were just, and when that happened, we were like, oh damn, man, I hope Dick Van Dyke makes it.
Believe
Because
me,
it's
I've been
It's
thinking.
kind of awesome to get to celebrate somebody's 100th birthday. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I have an article pulled up where it says earlier this year, the Tony Award winner, Dick Van Dyke, cracked a dark joke about failing to reach age 100 while speaking to Vandy High Tea event in Malibu. He says, I'm not officially 100 until December, he noted, per People magazine. 2 months, 2 months. It'd be funny if I didn't make it.
No, sir, it would not.
Wouldn't it?
God
Yep.
damn it, it would not be funny at all.
Yeah, so you can joke about it, you know.
He jokes about a lot of stuff. He's been joking about shit for a long time.
Mm. And actually, it looks like tomorrow his new book will come out called 100 Rules for Living to 100.
All right, that's cool.
Hmm. Yep, and that's tomorrow. Well,
For
it'll
people
be out by
listening,
the time they hear this.
that
Yeah.
will have been last Tuesday if you're listening.
That would be
But
the
yeah,
18th of November. Yes,
yeah,
2025.
Mhm.
yep, that thing right there that he said.
So Once again, good timing, Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't know anything about the book, but
You did know when his birthday would be.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
his
we were
birthday is actually my anniversary. I was married on December 13th.
Ooh.
Feels like 100 years. It's only been like 30.
Hey, Phil.
Dang. Hi, Phil. Right.
Oh, he would tell you it feels like 1,000 years, man. Does she shut up?
100 and dog years.
So, so we've been providing Phil a great service for these
Break.
last several years, taking some of the burden off of the chatterbox for him.
Right, he's never complained about a podcast.
Good for him. He knows better. He knows where all of that would be going if he didn't, if he complained.
Yeah.
Smart man.
Yeah, he got a little taste of that the night he was going to watch a movie with me. It's like, just watch the movie. And it's like, you can't just watch the movie. I have to tell you because you've never seen this movie.
I've got to explain everything to you.
Yeah. Hey.
Nothing like a live riff tracks as you go.
Oh, it is a riff tracks. That's why Brandon likes watching movies with me. Or he says he does.
He likes
Brandon-
living anyway.
Right?
Brandon needs to watch a movie with us.
Yeah, he does. You make it Star Wars or Doctor Who, he's there.
I'm pretty sure we can arrange something like that.
Yep. He's in it. He just bought all, I think there's like 4 books that he just bought of Star Wars.
Cool.
Yeah. I told him, I said, if you want to read the graphic novel.
Right, we can hook you up.
Yeah, I have it in my Dropbox.
Here's some money. Go see a Star Wars. Well, I'm sure we can work something out.
Yep.
Well, let's go ahead and wish him a happy 100th birthday.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep, for sure. Definitely made my childhood more enjoyable.
He made a lot of people's lives enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful talent. So.
Yep. Good stuff.
Yep, for sure.
On that note, we're going to go ahead and take our second break and come back and wrap things up. Welcome back. Normally we would be doing Geek News for You. And if you're not familiar with that, what we do is we bring a couple news items to the table to discuss. But since this is our last episode of the year, I figured we would take the time to kind of look back a little bit from this year and just kind of wrap things up and have everything in a nice bowl for the holidays. How about that?
Can we put candy in the bowl?
Yeah, if you want to.
I was about to say, catch me outside when he said, how about that?
Oh God.
Right.
I've spent years trying to forget that.
Another one. Why do we make stupid famous?
That's a great question.
Wow, year in review. It sucked. It's almost over. No,
Well, what sucked?
Well, I was about to say, I guess for me, this year has actually been better than previous. Well,
Not
no, it
not not
hasn't.
wi- not without its stress, but yeah.
Right. I mean, it was kind of roller coaster highs and lows. So I really did think that this year would end differently than it did. So I'm glad I'm here and I'm healthy and I have my friends,
We're glad
Yeah,
you're
which
here
is you
too.
guys.
she says healthy, but she was kind of sick as a dog last week when we were recording.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
there's an irony there. We'll just put it out there. That's not what she meant, obviously,
Right.
but
I'll take that sick.
right. Oh, so will we. So will we.
Yep. Yep.
Isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
Don't you think? Uh, Is it like rain?
No, it's not.
What? That's not irony?
No, not
Yeah, I
not
know.
a single thing in that song is irony.
Yep.
But anyway,
Yeah, I know.
I
I
stopped
know.
irony. You just throw it in the dryer for like 20 minutes.
irony isn't that like Letty or Goldie, except it's made of iron?
Yeah, it's like from the medieval times, right?
Right, the irony age
Yep.
came after the Bronzy Age, as I recall.
Oh man. Did
Boy,
you think this would go different?
can we fuck around and not talk about something or what?
Yeah,
I think he knew what he was getting into.
I think he did.
I think he knew the assignment when he took it, Fred.
I mean, that's what we've been doing for the last 9, 10 years. Why would it change now?
Right.
Why stop tonight? That would be insane.
And we're not doing the game show because the guys got tired of losing to me. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Which if you've listened to any of our
Got,
shows, you know
got,
that's wrong.
we got tired of Les kicking our ass at these things, right? No, we actually almost had a game night episode, but it didn't work out for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, several things, but
Yeah, well, by some reason, I mean, yeah, there was
mhm.
the all of the karma in the universe was working against us for some reason, but
Yeah.
you know,
Which that likes to happen to this group of people.
when it rains, it pours. I'll say that.
Right?
If it ain't one thing, it's another.
It's like every good thing's followed by a question mark.
But
I won the lottery.
if you ever want to know how the universe can conspire against a group of adults getting together and doing something, join a D&D group.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Book club.
I have
It
been
never
right. And
happened.
it's same difference. It's I mean, never had as many. I mean, all we asked, generally speaking, all we've been asking, all my D&D group has been asking. This is a bit of a tangent, but not much of one because it actually I can tie it back. All we've asked for is to get together once a month to play. And goddamn, if we've any year in the last 10 that we've managed more than 5 sessions, we've called it a win.
Right.
And that's attempting to do it monthly. This podcast is a group of adults doing something very similar, and except we're trying to do it weekly ish. But boy, has there been a lot of emphasis on ish for the last couple of years. It seems like we have had our share of
Pretty much since
Technology
lockdown.
shit
difficulties.
going sideways.
Yeah.
Pretty much since lockdown.
Pretty
Hmm.
much. Adulting is hard, people.
It is.
Anyone who tells you otherwise is selling something.
I want to quit.
I know, right? I'm done.
I would go back to days of snacks and nap time.
Oh shit. Give me a juice box and a cartoon and I'm good.
We're good. Yep. Until that sounds like an average weekender.
Well, right. Because that's clearly a life goal. I mean, shit, that's
Right.
not crazy. That's the way it is. We have the weekends to do what we want to do, and what we want to do involves juice boxes and cartoons. Damn it.
Yes.
It's just the way it is. Some
The way
things will
it
never
is.
change.
You noticed I've kind of kept out of all that shit.
Les is like, you fuckers, I got notes. Come on now, let's take
Right.
this seriously. Do you actually have notes for this? I'm gonna feel really bad if we do.
Okay, and that goes down.
like,
Okay.
Never mind.
He's like, not anymore. No. Yep, it's been a hell of a year.
It has.
I
Yep.
mean, we've had a good time with shows we recorded and stuff, but
We really have. Yeah. We've covered a lot of good topics
And people.
and people. Yeah.
We had guests on that really contributed, so
Yep, carried, one might say, at times.
Yeah.
oh, by far.
Hell yeah.
Well, Amelia's a very strong personality.
hmm
I see her taking the lead in all aspects of her life. Always a good time when she's here.
Hell yeah.
Maybe next year we'll get Pitney. Maybe.
We can
Cross
certainly
our
try.
fingers.
We'll, we'll have to begin negotiations for that one, but you know,
Yeah. He owes me a duet.
he does. That's
Yep.
has been a little while too.
It's been a while. Yeah. He's owed me for a while.
That's got to be 4 or 5 years ago now. Shit.
At least.
Something like that.
It's fun
Yeah.
catching up with Madeline again too.
It was. Yep. It's always interesting to see where she's at.
Mm. She's always got some stories.
Mm-hmm. And all kinds of pokers in the fire. I would love to be that motivated. You know?
Right?
We missed David Peepose this year, but definitely scheduling because, man, that guy's been busy this year.
He's a busy dude.
That's always nice too when you can say I knew him when.
Mm.
You know.
Yep.
And I did really enjoy our Halloween shows this year. I hadn't seen some of those movies before, so that was very interesting.
Yeah.
I actually looked forward to watching those.
There's a bunch more too. Holy crap.
Hmm
I had no idea how many times that story's been made. It's crazy.
A few.
And then it was cool because after we had talked about it, they played the Looney Tune episode. So it's like, man, that just totally just ended it perfectly.
Right?
Went out on a high.
Probably the best film version of that story. I haven't seen them all to know for sure, but that is probably the best version.
Yeah.
I might be slightly biased on that though.
And they have two. So
hmm There are several others that are not Looney Tunes.
yeah, what are those?
Well, inspired amateurs, hopefully, but
Yeah, true.
hopefully.
Hopefully.
Well, if you like this year's, you'll probably be intrigued with next year's list.
Cool.
Yep, you're supposed to surprise us.
Mm-hmm. I will. Maybe I will. We'll see.
Right. Well, I mean, you'll have to give us a list of movies to watch at some point. So it'll
Yeah,
be
I
a
like
surprise.
when he tells us we may or may not have talked about this before.
well, these films we have not talked about before. I'm pretty sure
Cool.
we have not.
Cool.
Maybe one, maybe one.
We usually, I mean, like we've talked about, we've let it slip out and you've thrown it
Oh,
down at us a couple of months down the line. I told y'all it was coming.
mm,
Yeah, well, we talk about shit, and he's been taking notes too, so he
Mhm.
might surprise us with something that we've inadvertently suggested.
Yeah.
maybe not.
Maybe yes, maybe no.
Maybe no.
Maybe
Yep.
no. Always interesting though. We've had some good casting calls this year too.
Those are always kind of fun.
Those are makes you think a little outside the box.
Hmm.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's fun putting those together. And there's times where I really kind of rack my brains to try to come up with something. So when I do,
I think it's always been good.
well, I
And
appreciate
sometimes
that.
it's kind of like, wow, I wouldn't have thought about that. So
Hmm.
good job. Yeah. And of course you keep us all on the same track. So
Well, ish.
that's ish. Yeah.
Somewhat. I give you freedom,
Not a
but
wizard.
there are some borders there. Yeah. So,
We have big ditches.
We drive
like
off into them a lot too.
Right.
oh, ditches. Okay, with a
Yeah.
D.
Ditches.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's a different show.
Yeah.
Different rating.
Hmm. Save that for the OnlyFans.
Mm.
Which is at Fake Lobster.
Wow.
What stood out for you guys? Les, Thomas?
Good night, all.
Oh, that's our last. Always looking forward to the end.
Yep. He's waiting for that beer.
Goddamn straight.
He should not be drinking beer this late at night. That is not good for you, sir.
I don't go to bed till about 3 in the morning, so what difference?
Well, all right. I
Yeah,
guess
it's
that's a good
just 5
point.
o'clock for him now.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah,
Usually I'm in bed like 8:30, 9. These are my late nights.
They are also my late nights, though I'm not in bed that early. I'm more like 10:30, 10:45. Boring. That's me.
Yeah.
That's fun. It's funny you talk about that. There's I just saw today a short of he's a older gentleman, but he's a stand-up comic, and he was
Oh, that
like
guy. What's his name? I can't remember his
it's
name.
like Andy something, I think. I maybe remember it wrong. But he was asking, "Is there any gamers here?" And he got a little bit of response, and he said, "What game?" And someone said, I forgot what they said. And he says, "Well, mine's tic-tac-toe. Sometimes he'll play all the way up to 7 o'clock." He was funny
Yep.
I think I've seen
I
him.
think I have too, honestly.
because
And yeah,
I
it's
think I
hilarious.
sent it to Phil.
he said he tried one of those aging apps, where they age your face and all that. It came back and says you're good.
It's the same picture.
About doing one of the Facebook quizzes of what animal are you. He said he did it and came back and says you're extinct. He's funny. He's very
He
funny.
he
Yep.
is funny.
I've seen a couple of his before. I need to follow him. So he talked about walking, but he's concerned about tripping and falling, so he wears a helmet. And then he's also concerned about looking weird, so he carries a skateboard. Like, yeah, I get you. I
Yeah,
get
Makes
you.
I get it.
makes sense. Makes sense. Don't know if it's good sense, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
Anything that kind of I just enjoy hanging out with y'all. I enjoy, the the conversations can be very funny and then can be insightful, and it kind of does the gambit.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I enjoy most about any year that we do these.
Well,
It's just a good time.
great that we don't all think the same. We kind of do, but we kind of don't, which usually makes for an interesting conversation. For
Mhm.
sure.
And sometimes a shouting match, but anyway.
Right. We cut those out.
we try to limit those as much as we can.
And I apologize, right?
I apologize to all my fans. Les may get that reference. Or not. That's okay.
He might have gone to get that beer. I'm not sure.
I guess so.
And they're getting ready for the whatever season of Lord of the Rings, or Rings of Power. So we'll have to record that Lord of the Rings episode.
This will be the third season.
Yep.
I've done two.
And I
Yep.
think they said they're done after this one. So see.
They signed on for 7 seasons.
Yeah, I
Which
don't
didn't
think
mean that they were going to do 7 seasons, but
right. I think they thought it would be bigger than what it was and that they could go for 7 seasons, but
I think they weren't
yeah,
expecting to piss off the fans so much. But
right.
anyway,
I think they knew they were going to piss off the new fans, or the newer-ish ones that kind of knew a little bit of Tolkien, but they pissed off the actual fan base, and it was like, uh-oh. We were dependent on them nerds.
yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Beautiful scenery. I stand by that. Beautiful scenery.
We can. We'll have to figure out a way to discuss that without boring Tom and Les to tears.
Yeah.
But maybe what we should do is record it separately. I don't know. We'll figure something out. We'll figure
We'll
something
figure
out.
it out.
We're not gonna do it tonight, but
As
we'll
I
figure
say,
it out.
definitely plan for next year.
Yeah. Hard to have a nerd show without talking Tolkien at some point.
Right. And we do have the new movie coming up too, so
Mm-hmm.
which they keep releasing cast on that, and it's like, oh man, this is gonna be good. So we'll see. Hopefully. Don't break my heart.
Yep. Cross our fingers.
All right.
Okay, well, on that note, let's go ahead and wrap things up. Go ahead and do shout outs. Want to thank Pop Goes Culture for allowing us to be part of a great little podcast network. Recommend that you check them out. There'll be a link in our show notes. Also want you to check out the fine men and women who retweet our links on Twitter. They're better known as Podern Family. Best way to find them is to do a search, hashtag Podern Family. Scroll through whatever catches your eye, download them, and Hope you have a great time listening to them. Want to thank Manny the Martyr for supplying the music to the podcast. Show notes will have a link to some more of their music. And you, dear listener, thank you for downloading and listening to today's episode. We value your feedback. The email address is email@thefellowshipofthegeeks.net. Or you can go to the website, go to the About Us page, and there's a contact form that you can fill out there. We've mentioned Discord. Feel free to join us there. We do have an invite on our homepage. On our Discord, we do have a section specifically for feedback, so you can post your thoughts there. In addition to that, we post a lot of news items, stuff for discussion, stuff to laugh at, trailers, music, and we'll have activities there. We probably might have some kind of activity here in the next few weeks. Who knows?
Coming up. Yep.
With Christmas coming up, hell, we may even do New Year's Eve. We don't know. We haven't discussed it yet. So if you want to come hang out with us, just go ahead and sign up for a Discord account, which is free. The apps are free, and come join us today. Social media-wise, Facebook, The Fellowship of the Geeks, Instagram, Blue Sky, and Twitter, we're at Fellowship Geeks. Our personal Twitter accounts, Mike can be found at Mikey Geek. Liz can be found at LN_geek. Les may or may not be found at Fake Les Webster, and I can be found at Tom TC Geek. And from wherever you download our episodes, if you'd be so kind enough as to rate and review the show, it would be greatly appreciated. Any thoughts before we say goodbye for the last time of 2025?
Just thanks, What?
I forgot one thing.
What?
Okay.
With as much as I'm into cartoons and everything, I do think we should mention Dan McGrath passing. He was the head writer on The Simpsons for decades.
Forever,
So,
right.
yeah. And he was the fortune teller. So big footprint, but like I said, I forgot to mention that, and I thought we should just in passing. So
Okay.
Cool.
big loss. Yep. But yeah, thanks everybody. See you next year.
Yep, we'll be back. Don't worry.
Yep.
Yeah. Happy holidays to all. Safe travels if you have to. I hope this is a magical time of year for y'all. And we'll be back in 2026. And by all means, please join us. It's going to be fun.
Yep.
It's going to be a fun year.
It will.
Mm-hmm.
Until next time, geek on, my friends.
We thank you for listening to the show. Comments, suggestions, and questions can be sent to email@thefellowshipofthegeeks.net. You can follow us on Facebook at The Fellowship of the Geeks and on Twitter at Fellowship Geeks. Until next time,